Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about this in physics and in chemistry. Okay. So this is the idea. You have something like x, which you want to measure. Okay, for example, this could be somebody's height. Maybe it could be their weight. Many things. The problem is, when you measure, you don't get the right answer, do you? Like if you measure a value x1, we know that's not the real answer. It's only close to the real answer. Okay? And if you make another measurement, that maybe is close as well. Okay? So the question is, if you make many measurements, which value do you use?
Total value and over the how many.
Yeah, what's that called?
Average.
Good man. So, the best estimate is another word for guess. The best guess of the true value of x is the average, which we write like this, x with a bar. And as you said, Summer, that's add up all the x's and divide by how many you have. Okay, that's the best guess. It's okay so far? You get the idea? Yeah? Okay. So the problem is x average right? Well, no, it's not perfectly right. It'll be close. The question is, how close? So what we can do is we can put bounds on x bar. We can say that the true x will be between our average plus something and more than our average minus something. And we call that something the uncertainty of x. So for example, here's an example. You could say the height is 165 centimeters plus or minus 1 centimeter. Is the height 165? Really? No. It's going to be somewhere between 164 and 166. This is the idea when we say uncertainty. Okay? So for physics, for this class, our definition is we choose U so that we are 70% confident in x. So what I mean is, when I say, do you see here, the height is 165 plus or minus 1 centimeter, you say, how sure are you? And I say, I am 70% sure. At university, you might use a different level, okay? So, for example, we use plus or minus u. At university, you might use plus or minus 2u, or you could use plus or minus 3u. If you use plus or minus u, you're 70% confident. Plus or minus 2u, I think that's 96% confident, and 3u is like 99.9% confident. So we just use this level. Okay, do you get the basic idea? Summer, you look very confused.
just use the 1 U wave or 1 U oil set the 2 U, 3 U in the university. Is improved?
We use U
Yeah.
because you need to have a bigger sample to use bigger ones. So we only have, you can see 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to use 2U,
Yeah.
you should have at least 25. So we just use U. The reason is not so important. It's just, it's enough for you to know that we just use U, 1U. Okay? So now the question is, how do we calculate U? And I have 4 ways to calculate it. So let's have a look at each. Okay? So the first one, I call it method 0. This way, are you looking, Ben? This way, if you want to calculate it, what you do is you guess. Guess. Yeah. And the reason you do this is because you don't have not enough information. So for example, if you said, how long until Gao is here? Well, maybe we say 10 minutes. But is it going to be 10 minutes? I don't know. Maybe it'd be 20 minutes. So I could say 10 minutes plus or minus 10 minutes. I don't know. You just have to guess, you know. So this method is not great. The next method is better. Method 1. Okay. So that one is, you can use method 1 if you have 2 measurements. So if you measure something twice, if you have 2 measurements, measure it twice. You say that, oh sorry, no, I'm wrong. I'm thinking of the next method. Method 1, if you only have 1 measurement, if you only measure once, you use U is half the smallest reading possible. Now I'll explain what I mean by this. So imagine here is Summer, and we are calculating his weight, his mass. So you can see here it would say something, something, point something, kg. Okay. Here in this example, I would say the uncertainty is half the smallest reading. What's the smallest value you could have here? 0, 0, 1. That's the smallest value you can measure on the machine. So we say 0.1 over 2, 0.05 kilograms. So whatever Summer's mass is, do you know what it is, Summer?
75.
75 plus or minus 0.05 kg is what we would say Summer's mass is. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah.
That's method 1. Now, method 2 is better again. So, method 2 is when you have 2 readings. You measure something twice. So, for example, here, maybe we measure Summer and he's 75.1, and then a few minutes later we measure and it says 75.0. Okay. What you do here, you say the uncertainty is the maximum reading minus the minimum reading over 2. Now what's the maximum here?
75.1.
No. It's 75.149999999. Because we think if it says 75.1, it could be,
Yeah.
it could be as much as this,
Yeah.
because the screen will still say 75.1. Okay? Yeah? So we'll just make that easy and just say 5. But I know it's like a little less than 5. And what's the smallest possible reading with this one?
74.9999.
No, 0.95 or 96, you know, then it would go up. So we could just say 995 over 2. Yeah. So that's the idea for method 2. Okay. Method 3. This is the best method. This is when you have many readings n. Okay. So we just say the uncertainty is you add up the difference between the average and the data and divide by n. So, for example, let's say we have 75, 74.9, and then 75.1. And here the average is 75. Okay, so the uncertainty would be 0 plus 0.1 plus 0.1 over 3, which is 0.2 over 3. Yeah. Yeah. Now don't worry, you don't need to write this down because you have these on the page. Okay. But the next thing to talk about is what do you do if you want to combine. So I'll give you an example. So let's say here you measure this. Look, this is x plus or minus ux, and this one is y plus or minus uy. So the area will be x times y, of course, but the question is, what is this guy? You know, is it ux times uy? Is it ux plus uy? Don't know. So what about also this one? You measure this height, you measure this height and then you measure this height. So that is, we'll call that xy. That's x plus y. Yeah? Plus, what's the uncertainty? Is it x plus y? Maybe. But what about if I do this? I measure x up to here, and then I measure y down to here, and the height is x minus y. What's the uncertainty? Is it still x plus y is uncertainty? Or maybe it's minus? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you the rules for how you combine them. Okay? So the first rule you can see there is if you want to add or subtract two values, the uncertainty is you add the two. Now look, plus or minus, you add still. Doesn't matter if it's plus or minus, okay? The uncertainty adds. So for example, if I say x is 1 meter plus or minus 1 centimeter and y is 1 meter plus or minus 1 centimeter, then x minus y is 0 meters plus or minus 2 centimeters. As an example. Yeah, that's the first rule. Okay, the second one is if you want to multiply or divide. And here the rule is a little bit more complicated. It's your value for z, square root uncertainty of x over x squared plus uncertainty of y over y squared. Now, you actually do this formula with Lorraine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
You've seen it with Lorraine?
Yeah.
Good. Have you seen this one, xn? The uncertainty of z in this one here, there's a couple of ways I write it. Probably the easiest way is just z n u x over x like that. That's the easiest one there. If you have double powers or two, like x n y m, then uncertainty of z would be z square root the first one times n squared plus the second one times n, uy over y squared. And then the last one is if you just multiply by k, the uncertainty is also just multiplied by k. Yeah. So before we talk about the lab, I just want you to practice these calculations. So there's 8 questions here. I don't think they'll take you too long. Let's see what you can get.
PTPI is the
Dublin bus time. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, with uncertainty, it's not like your answer is perfect. It's okay if your uncertainty is a little different, because there's many ways to calculate it. You know, just try the best way.
Is the 10? The first one.
I don't think so. If you're waiting for a bus,
But I know it's 5 minutes. The uncertainty is 5 minutes.
fine. So it's 5 minutes. You see, the first question is where you have to guess the answer. So when you wait for a bus and it says 20 minutes, is it really 20 minutes?
No.
No. In your experience, what is it? Between
between
Yeah,
between 1 to 20 or 30.
so if it says 20,
Yeah, the maximum is
it's 30,
30.
and the minimum?
minimum is 2.
Okay. So for you, you think it's plus or minus maybe 10 minutes. Okay, fine. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Poorly put on. But it's still B.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's still B.
Yeah. But I want the score. Sorry, I know I said grade, but I meant score. Like what percent? I just need you to do question 1 to 5 for now. If you can do 1 to 5, that would be great.
percent maybe is
1.04. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
499 and
Yeah.
maybe 1.699 that like this.
Yeah,
5 or 5.
I think for number 4 you just use half the smallest value.
Okay.
Because I know I made it look like you can measure many times, but really it's just the same measurement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, this is for number 3.
yeah,
The example you gave us at number 3.
yeah.
You said be equal. Yeah, that's method
For question 3, you should use method
3.
3. Yeah,
Yes. You said you gave an example of 75.
Yeah, yeah,
7.49, yeah. So you said 1 point, sorry, 0.10 plus 0.1 plus 0.1 over 3.
yeah, yeah,
That is the number.
Yeah.
It gave us 2 over 3.
yeah.
But here it gave me 2 over 3, but the answer is not the same. Or are you to convert the answer to limited?
Well, first, did you calculate the average of the 3 numbers?
Yes.
Yeah, what did you get for the average?
2.2.
Are you sure? The average of 1.72, 1.73, and 1.73.
So which can I use in question 4?
4,
Yeah.
method 1.
1. Just 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So the maximum just 1. Or
No, method, no,
or 1.04.
no, method 1.
Yeah, the
You have
first
to
one.
use half the smallest reading. The smallest reading is 0.1.
0?
That's the smallest
Oh, yeah,
reading.
yeah.
You can't measure 0.01.
Yeah. So the number 5 just ux plus uy equals
Yeah.
uz.
Yeah. Yeah.
the maximum of the fourth.
In which question?
The fourth question is I still can't understand the,
But you don't need the maximum.
but it still has a maximum, I think, because the chip within scales,
Yeah.
and it's 2-digit display.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. It has a maximum. The maximum is 9.9
Yeah.
is the maximum, yeah. We don't need the maximum.
So just the
Half the smallest.
smallest is 0.9.
No, 0.1 is the smallest. What's the smallest number you can see?
One.
0.1. No, it's a trick. It's a trick. Those numbers aren't important.
Oh, in the chip within scalars,
Yeah.
I can see the minimum number is 0.
Yeah.
So just a matter to just
Divide
divide.
to-
Sorry, divide to.
Now, have you got those 5 finished, Ben? Which one are you doing?
Fine.
Okay. Open up Office.
Use the computer.
Yeah, we can get ready to use it now. Okay, so when you're ready, if you can open up Excel. Ready, Ben? Ready? Excel, please. Got that? Okay. So, what we're going to do, we have 3 parts. First thing we'll do is we'll just type the data in. So we'll just use our first box as an example, okay? So these are called the results. Results for the fixed resistor. Okay, so what have we got? We've got M, we've got V. Now, what's the unit for V? Volts. And then we've got I. And what's the unit for I? Amps.
resistor is the next block.
Huh?
The resistor is the next block.
What do you mean?
In the B.
No, no, no,
Resistor.
no. Oh, no, no, that's not important. Here, let me. There now.
Oh,
So, you need to type in. You need to type in your numbers. What is wrong? Type in these numbers, okay, on your page.
yeah.
Your numbers, Ben, on your page,
Mm.
they're different to my numbers.
Stephen.
Yes. Yes? What's wrong, Summer? Summer, what's wrong?
How to mix this one in one block?
Yeah, what you do is you highlight them,
Yeah,
right click,
yeah.
and pick merge.
Oh, thank you. What happened?
Okay, tell me when you have your numbers typed in.
And how to make it itself by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Just type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just type it. Just quickly type it.
I'm very lazy.
I know you are. You have all the numbers typed in, Ben?
No.
You should type your numbers in.
I don't have the option.
What option?
The 3 becomes 1.
Ah, no, you do. Summer, you had that option, didn't you? Can you show Ben how to merge?
Oh, yeah.
No merge. Nice.
Done. virtual this. Why your
It doesn't matter.
This Excel is different from.
It's no big deal, Ben.
Mm.
You don't need to have them as one. It's okay for now.
Okay.
Right, can we continue? Do you have your numbers typed in?
No.
Okay, type your numbers in. You have yours typed in, Felipe? All of the first table?
Yes.
Done? Right. So, next. Do you notice that we did everything twice? So these two are about the same. Oh, we'll wait for them. Ready, Ben? Okay. Yeah? So, we did every measurement twice. For example, this was the first one, and then this was the second one, and this is the third one. So what we want to do is to make them into one. So here, we'll call this what do I want to call it? I want to put them together.
You.
No, not you. No. V dash and I dash. Okay, so look at what I type in. Watch. Now don't type it, just watch first. Watch first, okay? Equal bracket click plus click bracket slash 2. Okay. You try that. So you all should have a number that's around about 0.5 roughly. What did you get, Ben?
It is this 0.48.
Good. Khalifa? Yeah. Summer, what did you get here?
0.96.
0.96.
96. Yeah.
What are these two numbers?
0.5, 0.46.
No, 96. Did you forget to divide by 2?
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Sorry. Yeah, 0.48.
Right, now, look. Click this. You forgot to divide by 2 as well. Did you have this /2? Yeah, goodness sake. Right, look. Control C, Control V. Copy, paste.
Yeah.
Control C, down to here, Control V. Control V. V. Okay, and then we'll do the other ones. Copy, paste, 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 paste. Got that? Right, the next one we'll need here. Well, you are 1 hour and 9 minutes late. Why are you 1 hour and 9 minutes late?
Sorry. Really uncomfortable this morning. I even didn't
Did
enjoy
you
it.
email me? You need to email.
Yeah, I told her I can be here at 11 o'clock.
Okay. But when you weren't here at 11 o'clock, you should have emailed me. I worry about you. I'm saying, where is Go? I hope she's okay. She didn't email me. Maybe she's dead. I don't know. Okay. You got your laptop?
Yep.
Okay. Next. Oh, so I don't forget Go. Here, hang on. Here's your ones. Yeah, I think this is all.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, next one, we need UV. Summer.
Yeah.
And then here we need UI.
Okay.
Ready? Now watch, this is harder. Watch carefully. Watch. Equals max bracket and then highlight these two. You know what I mean? Highlight, let me show you again. Equals max bracket and then you highlight B3 colon B4. Then you close bracket. Okay. Now, is that the maximum? No, because we have to add to it, look, plus 0.005. Okay? Then we do minus min bracket, highlight, close bracket, plus, yeah,
It's also the. But it's also
B3,
highlight,
B4.
highlight this.
Yeah, yeah.
But how to highlight again?
Oh, let me start over.
Oh, okay.
I'll start again.
Yeah.
Okay. Equals max,
Max.
highlight these two,
Yeah.
close, plus 0.005,
Yeah.
minus min, bracket, highlight, plus 0.005. Okay, and then also what you need to do at the end, just put, Yeah.
Last B3 and B4.
yeah,
B4 and B3.
no, that's fine too.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then when you're finished, put a bracket at the start, a bracket at the end. No, Summer, you're not watching, look.
Yeah.
Put a, no, look. Put a
I'm
bracket
following,
at the
I'm following.
start and a bracket at the end and divide 2.
Okay.
So this is what you should have. This should be a small number.
0.025.
Yeah, okay. And then copy, paste. Copy, paste, 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 paste. Yeah.
Max B3 plus.
Yeah, that looks fine. That's fine to me. Oh, you don't have a bracket at the start in front of max.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. tell me when you're ready. You have to, first thing you have to do, go, is type your numbers in. No, that's hers.
Yeah, it's more.
That is it.
Oh, that's his, okay.
Ready?
Ready, Ben?
Wait.
Okay. Okay, so next thing, we need to make the graph. So I'll show you what the graph should look like. So we need to graph these two, obviously. No, sorry. These two. Now for my computer, this is how I make the graph. I pick insert chart. But maybe it's different for you. I don't know.
Is we?
Oh, wait. Before we start this, we need to think. Which do we want on the X and which do we want on the Y?
VB is.
The V is on the
Y.
X. The V is on the X and the I is on the Y. So this is the correct order. V first, I second. X, Y. Okay, now we'll highlight. Okay, insert chart. Now wait. Summer.
Yeah.
Summer.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Your computer will be different.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is first just look at what I do and then you can try. Okay, just watch what I do. So I want a graph called a scatter. So I have to pick scatter. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Now I don't want legend. Now I have to fill in my information. So my title is the IV plot. Yeah, or graph. And on the x-axis is voltage in volts. And the y-axis is current in amps. And wait, subtitle is for a fixed resistor. Okay. Now my graph is not right. There's something missing. So I don't have the vertical lines. So let me see, I need to click this button. Come on. There we go. And also wait, something else is missing. I need to draw a straight line. So if I click these, I can pick insert trend line. And I'll explain what this is in another class. I also want R squared. No, I'll explain it now actually. Oh wait, also, hang on.
It's a straight line or drawing.
No, straight line for this. Okay. Right, can you just look up for a second my graph? Okay, so what does a good graph need? It needs a title, it needs the X with the units, Summer!
Yeah.
It needs a title,
Yeah.
it needs the X with the units,
Yeah.
it needs the Y with the units,
Yeah.
it needs your points, it needs a line, and you see this here? This is the equation of this line. This is mx plus c. You can calculate it. Okay? And I have to explain what this guy is. You see this r squared? I don't know if you've seen this before, r squared, is for me, look, you can help in a minute, just look at this. Just listen, I'm teaching you something new. Do you know what r squared is? No, so you need to listen. So r squared, for me, is 0.9968. I'll explain what this r squared means. If r squared is 1, it means all these points are perfectly on the line. If r squared is 0, it means the points are everywhere, and the line just, points are like everywhere, and the line just goes through them. Okay. If this is nearly 1, it means you've got a very good fit between the line and the points. Now, what is it for me? Is 99? Is 99%? That's really, it's nearly 100%. That's not 100% because, can you see, this guy is not quite on the line. And you can see this guy is a little bit too high. This is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. Okay? This is what I need for the graph. Now, Summer, you are asking me, do you pick linear or quadratic?
Yeah.
For this one, it's linear.
Yeah.
But what will happen in the next one is the graph will go like this. It'll curve.
Yeah.
So you can pick quadratic for the next one.
Oh.
Okay. Now, I'll let you try and make the graph.
Where is my straight line? The graph said the point and the line graph, but
No, the name of this graph is called a scatter.
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 First choose
Yeah.
the table
Yeah.
and then
Insert graph. Is this in Chinese?
no.
Oh, good. Good. So, what I pick is this one, scatter, see?
Oh,
Scatter, right there. And then you can start filling in the information, like you can pick vertical lines, and then you can pick a title, and then you can pick the X and the you can pick an X, make it.
So you type all of them or just one?
Well, in total, all of them, but today we're just practicing one.
What is title?
You can just call it IV plot or IV characteristic curve. IV plot is fine.
plot,
Plot.
plot.
P-L-O-T. IV plot.
solution.
Good.
So V over V, I over V.
That's the unit. When you say
Is
I over A, you're saying current in amps.
It's different. I don't know. Where is this line? This line? This.
Oh, what did you do? Delete it. Delete and start the box again.
Okay.
Yeah. Just what you do somewhere, you can just click the box and then just delete it.
Yeah. Tell this. V over V. Yes. Find this. Find this one. So D2 and equal. How to say this? Bracket.
Bracket. Bracket.
And one, this one. And the plus the next one. And over 2. Yeah, that's right. And find this one and Control C. Control C. And the next. Yeah. Control V. Control V. Yeah, and continue. Our data is different.